Hello everyone, I am Ryan Broker and I am a doTERRA Silver Wellness Advocate, and I'm so excited to share a little bit about the business with you this evening. This is my first time using Google Hangouts, so hopefully everything will go smoothly. I think we are live at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. You don't want to look at me all night, I'm sure. So I do have a presentation that I want to share with you. I would ask you to please, if you can, grab a paper and pencil just in case you have some things you want to jot down this evening. Okay, so give me just a moment. I'm going to see if I can find my PowerPoint. Okay, well, I hope we are back in business now. I think maybe it's a little delayed on your end. Can you see? Okay, I'm going to wait just a few minutes to be sure that everybody is able to get in and log on tonight. It may even be easier or better to go through YouTube, maybe. If the Google Plus link is not working, perhaps the YouTube link is. Thank you, Laura. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and go. I think maybe we have a few people on the YouTube link and some people trying to get into Google+. The good news is hopefully this will be recorded, so if anyone misses a portion, they can certainly go back and look. I'm going to try again to share my screen so that you guys can see the PowerPoint. And we will just move on from there. All right, again, my name is Ryan Broker, and I am a doTERRA Silver Wellness Advocate. I thank you all so much for joining me for our call tonight. I'm just so excited to share with you the many benefits of exploring the earning side of doTERRA. I know for most of us, we fell in love with doTERRA because of their amazing essential oils. I know I was in search of healthy options for my family when I was introduced to doTERRA, and I had absolutely no interest in the business. I already had a full-time job. I had 2 small children, and I surely didn't see how I would ever be able to build a business. So I completely dismissed the idea for several months after I enrolled. And I, like many of you, I'm sure, noticed right away that the oils were really making some profound changes in my family's health. So naturally, I started telling my family and friends about the oils. From there, I started to see the potential to at least share the oils with others, maybe make a little bit here and there. Before I knew it, I was teaching a class pretty regularly because people were so eager to learn why I love the oil so much. Soon I saw that a business with doTERRA could be an answer to my prayer that I'd had for several years. And it was a prayer that I'd kind of lost lost a little bit of hope on. I really wanted to be home since my oldest, who is now almost 5, since he was born, it was a prayer for me to be home. So now, a year and a half later, I'm home with my kids, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to offer hope and healing both physically and financially with doTERRA. So tonight we will discuss the potential to earn with doTERRA, and my goal is for you to understand more about what building a business with doTERRA really means. Certainly, we are all in different places in our lives, and we all have different goals. We understand that in life there really is no one-size-fits-all. With this in mind, doTERRA provides options that allow wellness advocates to choose what works best for their lives. So as a wellness advocate, we have 3 doors to choose from. The first door represents the door that we've already entered, most of us, and it really is just the door to purchase your oils at wholesale price. We're able to do that with our Wellness Advocate membership. This is a great door because it allows us to save money and to earn points on our purchases with the Loyalty Rewards program to use toward free oils. The next door is for someone who wants to casually share oils with a few people. This is someone who has their monthly LRP shipment already set up. They really enjoy their oils, and they are already telling their family and friends about the oils. This person maybe wants to earn enough to make back what they are spending each month, so they are basically getting their oils for free. This can easily happen over several months of sharing oils with others, enrolling a few people, and helping those people set up their LRP shipments. The last door is for someone who sees the potential to supplement, and by supplement I mean about $1,000 to $5,000 a month, or even replace, and with replace I mean about $5,000 to $30,000 per month. This option will allow them to do that. In the beginning, it was kind of mind-boggling to me. I am a former school teacher who worked 50 hours a week, and I certainly would never have been able to make anywhere near the replacement income that is available with doTERRA. It took a while to sink in that this is income that multiplies and grows over time. This is called residual income, and it was a foreign concept to me, and I think it is to most people. So let's talk about residual income. I think we all understand the concept of residual bills. We certainly have those. They come every month no matter what. So since we are accustomed to having these residual bills, why not have our income become residual? An income that grows as your team continues to grow and multiply. That's what doTERRA offers. I'm going to share a story with you that was very inspirational to me, and still every time I hear it, I get cold chills because it truly speaks to what I felt my life was like, and I'm sure most of you will be able to relate. There was a man who lived in a village that was 2 miles from the nearest water source. His job was to haul buckets of water to the village every day. Since everyone needed water, he had perfect job security. To earn more money, he would simply make more trips. After years of hauling buckets, he realized that if he didn't change something, he would be hauling buckets for his entire life. So he made a plan. He would haul as many buckets as he needed to pay the bills, and in his spare time, he would work on building a pipeline. He stayed consistent and persistent in his pipeline building efforts. And guys, I think I just got a message that you can't see the PowerPoint, so you've been looking at my face. How terrible. Let's see if this works. Hopefully you can see it now and you can not look at me. Okay, I'm going to keep going. After a few years, he finally finished building the pipeline, and he turned on the spigot in the village. The villagers could come and get water whenever they wanted. He not only created a pipeline of water, but he created a financial pipeline that would allow him to pursue his greater cause and higher purpose in life. I think this is a powerful story with so much truth, and I want you to take just a moment to think about your own life. Do you ever feel like you're constantly hauling buckets, and those buckets keep getting heavier and heavier? Maybe you like hauling the buckets for now, but do you want to haul them for the rest of your life? Is hauling those buckets allowing you to truly serve your life's purpose? Have you even thought about what your real purpose is? Have you been hauling buckets for so long that you've lost sight of your purpose? As a former teacher, I certainly felt that it was my calling to help children learn, and I even enjoyed teaching those hormonal 8th graders most of the time. And I know that the years of service that I put in made a difference. And for that, I am eternally thankful. But while I was hauling those buckets, I became very weary. I hauled more and more buckets, but my reward never really changed. In fact, I even felt guilty for expecting more reward. But I had hit a wall and I was pretty much burned out. Not only that, but more importantly, my family got a tired and empty wife and mother day after day. I think a lot of us feel like we are in life to simply work, pay bills, and that's it. It sounds incredibly morbid, but I think that's how most people feel. If you don't work outside the home, maybe the sacrifices your family has to make to live on one income is getting more and more difficult. Maybe you wish you could have more time together as a family. And that was very important to me. I felt like my time was worth more than money. It was more valuable to me. Maybe you feel like you can never make that happen because of the debt that you're in. I'm here to tell you that even though it feels that way sometimes, that certainly was never God's intention for us. God wanted us to be here to thrive and to enjoy life. And I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in life circumstances that maybe we never see a way out, or we just stop looking for a way out. And we accept that this is just how it has to be, that this is what my life is going to be like. So there certainly is hope and there are options. So let's take a look at retirement. What does your retirement fund look like? Do you feel like you have planned well for your retirement? I know I always felt like retirement was so far away that it was hard for me to even think about it. As a teacher, I thought it would just naturally accrue and I would have a nice retirement saved up. And the next few statistics that I learned really alarmed me. So we're going to take a look at a reality check tonight. Pretty alarming. 77% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. I don't think that's surprising to anyone. It really didn't surprise me. 55% of Americans say their income is falling behind the cost of living. Again, as a teacher, I certainly experienced this without having a pay raise for years and years. Only 6% say their income is growing faster than the cost of living, which explains the next. $1.22 equals the average amount Americans spend for every dollar they earn. Certainly, if they can't keep up with the cost of living, that makes sense. 62% of Americans will retire with an annual income of less than $10,000. 30% of workers in 2012 said their savings and investments amounted to less than $1,000. 500,000 jobs are being permanently eliminated each year due to technology. The average American has $15,325 in credit card debt. And retirement planners say that anyone under the age of 40 will need to have $2 million saved up for a comfortable middle class retirement. That was very alarming to me because I certainly am getting close to 40, and this was certainly not something that I was prepared for. Of the Americans who are age 50, 75% has less than $5,000 in the bank for retirement. Of those who are 65, 45% are dependent on relatives for retirement, 30% depend on charities, and 23% are still working, and only 2% are self-sustaining. That was pretty eye-opening to me as well, and I certainly think about my retirement years, and I don't want my children having to be responsible for my retirement. Of those over the age of 65, 75% live off $45,000 or less per year. 23% live off $46,000 to $150,000 per year. Only 1% lives off $150,000 to $200,000 per year, and then 1% is independently wealthy. So a very, very small percentage is prepared for retirement. So how can doTERRA help? There are a lot of network marketing companies out there who promise to help you get rich quick, and I can guarantee you that doTERRA absolutely is not one of those companies. doTERRA is not at all about the hype, and I'm so thankful for that. A successful doTERRA business cannot be built overnight, and it won't be easy, but it certainly will be worth it, and it will be successful. So let's take a few minutes to examine maybe our thoughts or our definitions of what wealth would be. What does wealth look like to you? Does it look like this? Or maybe this? Is it being selfish and keeping everything for yourself? Is wealth all of these things? Is it greed? Is it selfish? Luxury? Wasteful? Stuck up? Annoying? Or stingy? Does it look like this, having money just to burn? I think for me, my opinion of wealth was those things. I feel like there's been a stigma to having wealth because of how it is often portrayed. I even think people feel guilty for striving to achieve wealth because of the stigmas. I think a lot of times people sabotage their own success because of this fear. Maybe we think money is the root of all evil, and maybe we've heard that. But I think we need to be reminded that actually it's the love of that money that is the root of the evil. So it really took some careful thought for me to really let this sink in and to see maybe what wealth can be. So let's take a look at this graphic. This is a cycle of humility, gratitude, generosity, and abundance. When I look at each word, I have positive feelings and emotions about each one. I really would not have originally associated those words with wealth. But when wealth is used appropriately, this is what it looks like. It starts with being humble, and I think that's really important. It's not showy or flashy like we saw in those photos. It involves being grateful rather than taking it for granted. True wealth is being generous and not selfish and greedy, and it's having an abundance, not necessarily in possessions, but in what you have to offer others. This is what wealth can truly be. This is what it's intended to be. Wealth can help make a difference globally. It can help others find healing. And it can help you share your gifts with others. Imagine the difference you could make if time and money were not holding you back. Do you feel like it's time for a change? I know for me, change was scary, and I think it is for most people. I think a lot of times we desire this change, but we are afraid to really take that leap. We're afraid to step out of our comfort zones. And there's a saying that has really just stuck with me throughout the years, and I've said it to myself so many times: if I don't change something, nothing will change. This really kind of hit me hard too. It really speaks to me. My time is so valuable. We are so accustomed to trading our time for money that we sometimes have a hard time seeing that it could be any other way. It's one of the most valuable things to me, and I was really spending it away from the ones that I love to pay the bills. The ones that I love are getting the absolute worst of me, and I'm so thankful now that I have more time with my family. My husband still spends way too much time each day trading his time for money for our family, and I'm just so thankful that it doesn't have to be that way forever. So if you feel like your time is important to you, maybe it's time to consider building your own pipeline. So let's go back to the retirement statistics we mentioned earlier and talk about that 1% that is independently wealthy. So who makes up that population? Sadly, I do not expect to see teachers on this list. They should be. Pro athletes. Do any of you aspire to one day be a pro athlete? I certainly don't think that will ever be in my cards. An actor. I'm pretty sure the chances of me being an actress are slim to none at this point. An author. I do like to write, but I seriously doubt I could ever write something that would become a bestseller. And a business owner. That is not so far-fetched. So have you ever thought of yourself as a business owner, as the CEO of your own business? Have you maybe thought of it, but you knew that the time and resources to start a business of your own would be too great? Let's take a look at why someone might want to build their business with doTERRA. The first reason is the retention rate. Retention rate is important to consider when choosing a network marketing company to build with. And it's basically whether or not your customers are continuing to purchase after the initial purchase. Most network marketing companies have a retention rate of 15 to 20%. If you think about it, that's a pretty small percentage. doTERRA's retention rate is 65%. This is really unheard of in network marketing, and other companies just are in awe of doTERRA for this reason. Think about what an awesome product we have. We've all experienced the oils. We've all fallen in love with the oils before we even considered the business. And that's what makes doTERRA so awesome. They focus on providing others with our gift of the earth, and people are having the same great results we are. And of course, they are continuing to purchase just as we are. So with most network marketing companies, the retention rate is so low that the business builders are still hauling buckets because they are constantly searching for new customers. doTERRA's retention rate allows those building a business to have that financial pipeline we mentioned earlier and that residual income. So what does all of this mean? The part that I love the most is that you don't have to be salesy. This was really important to me. I'm the least salesy person in the world, and honestly, the idea that I would have to be salesy, that's what really held me back from starting in the beginning. I never wanted anyone to think that I was being pushy or annoying. That's just not in my personality. The oils truly sell themselves. Once you share, once you help people to have an oil experience, they see how amazing and beneficial they are. So you simply share the oils with them and educate them on how to use those oils. You don't have to spin your wheels constantly trying to sell. People tell others about them just like you did, and others will want to learn just like you did. The average person can succeed. It doesn't take a degree in marketing to do this business. In fact, most of the successful people in the business are not network marketers at all. They are people who have a passion for helping others with the oils, and they see the opportunity for a better life for their family. The women in our upline are former hairdressers, teachers, chiropractors. We even have a pharmacist and stay-at-home moms. So how can doTERRA provide such an amazing product and still pay their wellness advocates so well? One major reason is that there are no outside investors asking for the percentage of what the company brings in month after month. This is huge. Because of this, doTERRA is able to put more money into providing the highest quality of essential oils in the world that work time and time again. This is a picture of doTERRA's founders. They put up everything they own to be able to start the company on their own without those outside investors. They considered it, but they knew that having those investors would cost so much money that it would compromise the product, and that was not something they were willing to do. doTERRA has become a stable company that has already made it through the valley of death that you see in the graphic on the standard growth curve, and that is where most companies fail. They never make it through that valley of death. doTERRA's vision for the highest quality oils is what makes our retention rate so high. Still, there's more. There are approximately 40,000 plus direct sales network marketing companies in the world today. Out of those 40,000 plus, there are only 9 that are billion-dollar companies in the United States. So what is the fastest amount of time it took to hit $1 billion by those companies? 14 years was the fastest to become a billion-dollar company. And doTERRA hit $1 billion in December of 2014, and they were able to do that in less than 7 years. So again, that is unheard of. doTERRA is breaking all of the rules and all the records. So again, why doTERRA? What made us get there in half the time of the other network marketing companies was the fact that we are part of this healthcare industry. People are looking for hope and healing and answers, especially in the situation that we are in with our healthcare right now. The healthcare industry brings $2.7 billion per year in just the United States. So who can we offer our oils to? We can offer our oils to everyone. Everyone has a body and needs oils for a healthier lifestyle. We are not limited by our products like a lot of network marketing companies are. We have a huge demographic rather than just one small demographic that we can market to. doTERRA also has a compensation that is unlike any other company. It is a compensation plan that works very well. So how does it work? It's actually upside down. So we're going to take a look at how it works. Okay, this gets a little technical, so make sure you stay with me. This is a graphic that shows the typical compensation plan with other network marketing companies. The person on the top represents you. You earn a high percentage on those 2 people who are directly beneath you. You earn less on the people on the next level down, and less the deeper you go. Notice, though, that the number of people on each level increases the deeper that you go. doTERRA's founders realized that it makes much more sense to flip that traditional model upside down. So with doTERRA's compensation plan, you earn a lesser percentage for those few who are on your front line directly beneath you, and a higher percentage for each level as you go deeper, up to 7 levels. Clearly, we see that there are more people on level 3. If you take a look at the graphic, there are 8 people on level 3 in this graphic versus the 2 people who are on your top level. This is what helps to build that pipeline that we've been discussing. So how do doTERRA's wellness advocates get paid? There are 3 main ways. The first way is through unilevel commission. These are the leadership, or there are leadership positions that wellness advocates progress through as they grow their businesses. And the leadership position shown here is for a doTERRA Silver Wellness Advocate. At this level, this person earns commission 7 levels deep. Notice how the percentage grows deeper with the level, as we discussed on the previous slide. The commission is earned monthly. It can take a little bit of time to build for you to go that 7 levels deep. Over time, this check becomes pretty significant, and it's where most commission is earned. It's literally like a snowball that continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. In addition to the unilevel commission, doTERRA pays bonuses for structuring your team. This is called the Power of 3 bonus. So let's take a look at this graphic. You are the person at the top with your monthly loyalty rewards order set at 100 PV. When you have 3 people enrolled beneath you that have their monthly LRP set to 100 PV, you earn a $50 bonus. When those 3 people have their people beneath them with their LRPs, you earn a $250 bonus. And when those 3 people have their people with LRPs, you can earn a $1,500 bonus. Now remember, this is in addition to your unilevel check, and it is paid every month that you have your structure in place. So every month that you have this in place, you continue to get this bonus month after month. This slide shows how the numbers work so well with the unilevel and the power of 3 bonuses. Notice the monthly income once your structure is in place at level 7. All the way down here. And remember, this is monthly. Certainly it takes some time, but it absolutely is possible. There are still 3 more ways to earn. Because doTERRA realizes that it can take some time to get your organizational structure in place, they want to pay their wellness advocates for their efforts right away. This is called Fast Start Commission. For each new person a wellness advocate enrolls, that person earns 20% on the purchases of the person they enrolled for their first 60 days. So if you enroll someone with, let's say, a home essentials kit, which is 225 PV, doTERRA sends you a check for $45. If that person you just enrolled decides to enroll someone underneath them, okay, so this would be your level 2, you earn 10% on that purchase. So if they enroll with a home essentials kit, doTERRA will send you a check for $22.50. Then, even if that person enrolls someone on what would now be your level 3, you will earn 5%. So Fast Start is a really nice way to start earning money immediately. It is paid weekly, and it is where most money is made in the beginning. With this commission, people are quickly able to cover the cost of their monthly LRP order. I think I was able to do that maybe in my 2nd month of doing the business. doTERRA also pays wellness advocates for anyone who purchases oils from them retail. So if someone wants to just try a few oils at retail price, doTERRA pays the wellness advocate 25% of that order. So of course, if the purchase was $100 retail, doTERRA sends a check to the wellness advocate for $25. And this can all be done online by going to your website. You can give the person your website and they can order directly online and have the oils shipped to them for retail. And this is only if they want to try maybe an oil or 2. In addition to all of this, doTERRA offers bonuses for leadership. This is a graphic of doTERRA's compensation plan. I admit in the beginning it was completely overwhelming and it blew my mind and I couldn't even look at it to start because it's just so, there's so many things here. But it basically walks you through each level that a wellness advocate will progress through as they grow their business. So it starts here as a consultant. It tells you all the qualifications for a consultant, for a manager, director, executive, elite, premier, silver, all the way up to presidential diamond. So once you start to look at this, if you have any questions, certainly let me know. I know I had a million when I first started. But I want you to notice that as you get up to silver, every level gets paid a little deeper. So we stop at the 7 levels at silver. And at silver is where we start to get to the leadership pools. So once the wellness advocate has progressed to silver, that person starts to earn a percentage of the leadership pools. So basically, doTERRA takes the total profit that has been made for that month. So everything that doTERRA brings in for the month, they share that with their leaders. At silver, the wellness advocate gets 1 share of the company's total profit. At gold, they get 5 shares, and it continues to grow significantly. I think Crystal Garvin, who is my upline, she is a diamond. She said that just her leadership bonus last month was around $4,000, and that was in addition to her commission and her fast start and the other earnings that she had made. So the leadership pools are doTERRA's way of giving their leaders literally a piece of the pie, so to speak, for leading their teams. Okay, so to recap all the ways that you can earn with doTERRA, we have the unilevel commission that allows you to go 7 levels deep. We have the power of 3 bonus that allows you to make up to $1,500. We have the fast start commission that allows you to earn right away. We have the retail profit, and then also the leadership pools. So lots of ways that doTERRA compensates their wellness advocates. I have to say, I have over the past several years been involved with some other network marketing companies, and I was terrible at it, but I have never seen a compensation plan that is so generous. All of the opportunities to earn are what lead to this. This is the average monthly incomes at each level, and this was from 2014, and I'm sure it's probably a little more at this point, but these are good averages. So at silver level, they can earn about $2,125 per month. At gold, $4,667 per month. And if you'll notice it, it's almost like it doubles. Like it doubles every level. So it goes all the way up to presidential diamond. So there certainly is money to be made, and this is the power of building that pipeline, that residual income. I never really thought it was possible until I personally knew someone who became a blue diamond, and it's very real and it's very possible. So the question is, what would you do with the extra money? And what will you do with this opportunity? What dreams have you given up on that this opportunity could help you realize again? For me, there were so many things that I really wanted to do, but I just decided that it wasn't in my cards, or it was just too unrealistic, or it just was never going to happen. It's been really, really fun to see the opportunity to make those dreams a reality now. I see the opportunity to help my family have a secure financial future. And of course, that's very important to me, but I also see that it goes so much further than even that. I have the chance to reach out to other people who are in need, and that's very important to me. I will be able to donate my time and my resources to help others. I have to tell you that the heart of the team that we are part of is to offer resources and help to others, and to offer hope for both physical healing, but also financial healing. The women on this team are amazing Christian women who want to help with ministries. Several of them are adopting children from third world countries. They are supporting missionaries. They are wanting to make an impact and live out their life's purpose. So it makes me so proud to be a part of such an awesome team. So I ask you, why not you? What do you want your life to look like in just 5 years? We know how quickly 5 years go by. In 5 years, your life could be drastically different. I have just a little homework for everyone that I really think will help you decide if doTERRA, if building a business with doTERRA is right for you and your family. If you could just grab a pencil and paper, I want you to just jot down a few things, and I really want you to think about these over the next few days. The first thing I want you to write down, and please leave some space so that you have room to write. The first thing I want you to write is, number 1, what I love to do. What I love to do. And I want you to be very honest about these things. Don't write down what you should love to do. Write down, what do you really love to do? I think it's kind of sad sometimes we forget what it is that we really love to do. Number 2, what I'm passionate about. What I'm passionate about. Number 3, what difference can I make in others' lives through doTERRA? And that could be either with the oils or with the business. What difference can I make in others' lives through doTERRA? Number 4, what would I do with $1,000 more per month? What would I do with $1,000 more per month? What would I do with $5,000 per month? What would I do with $10,000 more per month? And certainly this is changing things. What would I do with $100,000 more per month? I know certainly whenever I think about the $1,000, there's lots of bills I would like to pay, get out of debt. But as we progress all the way up, to saving for college for my children, once we get to $100,000 per month, it just blows my mind to think about how I can help other people and the difference that I could make. So I would encourage you to think about those things for the next few days. Maybe talk about it with your spouse, talk about it with your family, and be 100% honest whenever you answer those. And I think that you will be surprised what your answers might be. And it was truly very eye-opening for me. I started to realize dreams that I had that I had forgotten about. So I thank you so much for your time this evening. I hope that this has been a great help to you. I'm sure you probably still have questions, so I encourage you to reach out to the person who told you about this meeting tonight with any questions that you have. We are all here to support one another, and we are committed to helping you build your business if that's what you choose to do and if it's right for your family. We certainly want to help you do that. We hope that God blesses each and every one of you, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening.